Hi everybody, welcome to Market Watch. It is time to discuss the Digimon trading card game market. This weekend concluded Latin America Nationals, I believe it was, which is an EX8 format. This has spiced up the market a little bit between various different things going on. A lot of cards right now are up in price. So those are the cards we're going to talk about today. And if you guys enjoy this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on the smashed potatoes. That way you'll know when all these videos go live. I'm also a few subscribers away from 17,100 subscribers, which is, a hallmark. It's cool. So we should try to get there. I would appreciate that. Just a little fun number to hit. And let's get started. So, as per tradition, Omnimon Land, nothing's changed since Saturday's Market Watch, so we'll move right along to something else. Like Metal Shadron Ace. This is a really interesting card to look at. This is the lottery card version of it. Right now, it's being listed for $175. If you look at the View More data, this card sold on an average of $350 on release day. 3 separate copies, January 10th. But since then, on CCG Player at least, not one has sold, and the price is down half of what it was. I wonder how low it's going to get until it actually starts to sell again. Someone might actually grab this now that I mentioned it and say, wow, half? That's crazy. It might go a little bit lower, but at the same time, this card is sort of kind of like a staple. So I can see, a little bit of resistance on it. It won't be like a Piedmon Ace or a Metal Kabuterimon or whatever that NSP one is. But, it is holding a little bit of value. People aren't buying it, though. So we have to see what happens. We'll see when people start to buy this card. A couple of cards from the set EX8 are on the rise. Dynamon here with shipping is $8. This card is bouncing upwards. The Tyrannomon hype is coming. It is currently almost the most expensive super in the set. And if you actually look at current numbers, even today, a listing sold for $10.99. So, it's working its way up for sure, which is always fascinating. And Medieval Gallantmon, another red-green card, is up in price. It is now shipping $50. It is bouncing upwards. It was low 40s. Even today, it's sold for $40.48. But it's been bouncing upwards. This card has more movement right now than Gallantmon X. So this card, there's a world where this could overtake Gallantmon X in terms of price, because people are realizing that the card is really good. So we'll see what happens. Your favorite blue Liberator cards, all Tarts, from Release Booster 2.0 on the rise. Yao Qinglan all Tart and Sangomon all Tart are both $23 and $26 respectively. They are on the rise, blue hype forever. Again, doesn't help that this is Liberator support, so a little bit of hype comes from that. You should definitely sell these cards if you have them right now, because they will drop once the hype bubble bursts. Greymon from BT17, just the regular art is almost $30. The card's been kind of on a constant rise. If you take a look at the View More data, it hasn't broken $30 yet, but right now there's one listing at that $29 mark, and then the next listing after that is $34. This card might be 30s soon as more and more people get excited for it. I'm fully anticipating this card really takes off a little bit once we get the Greymon and Groom new starter decks, because, it's a Greymon, right? It's a pretty generic, vanilla, splashable Greymon at that as well. So I do expect a little bit of hype to come from that. So maybe try to get yours for cheap while you still can, because once this card goes, I think that's it. Dex Doragoromon and Alt Art Kosuke Kisakata, both from BT16, the Alt Arts, they're on the rise. Could this have something to do with a content creator particularly highlighting a profile that did well at Nationals? Perhaps. But the stuff is on the rise right now, so maybe it's time to get rid of it while the hype bubble is still on it. Ukomon from BT16, the Alt Art. $73. The card is being a little bit aggressively targeted on the market. 2 listings were sold today, which have now brought it to the $73, $74 mark. It's almost gone, though. Like, between the 4 listings on CCG Player, there's only 5 copies available, and the last one is basically $80. So this card might do some stuff really soon, but like usual, I do expect it to fall in price soon. Talking about red, purple, Imperial stuff. I think some Tarts being revealed have re-sparked a bit of the hype for these cards. Tart Dynamon from BT16 is now at $49. One sold earlier yesterday for $60, which is pretty crazy. But right now there's two cheaper listings before it's back to $60. So maybe grab the cheaper listings, or maybe if you want to play it safe, sell the inflated versions now while you can, make some money, because odds are it'll fall back down in price soon. And then promo Shadron, obviously, when there's a red-purple hype spike, this card will always be included. This very hard to get promo. Currently selling for $58. In the View More data, recent sales for near mint are 60 and 55s and 50s. So like people are actually buying the card, but the hype is starting to cool off a little bit on it. Sell it when you can, if you can, because it will go back down in price soon. Shakumon alternate art from BT16, the DNA Digivolve yellow-black one. For some reason, this card's on the rise. It's currently $16 to $17, and people have bought a few copies of it yesterday out of nowhere. If anyone can tell me what I've missed as to why this card all of a sudden is getting love, let me know. But I have a couple of these, at least, spare, and I know I'll be selling them, because the height is higher than it was literally a few days ago. So, might as well. Something you might want to grab at some point is Metal Groom on Secret Rare BT15. It has fallen a lot. It is $18 basically with shipping. Again, like the Secret Rare Greymon for BT17, this might be a card you want to grab before the starter decks get revealed because of hype. Even if it doesn't seem to relate, the way the Digimon player secondary market works, it will probably rise anyway, even if the support is kind of unrelated. Odds of it being completely unrelated to where this card can't be played, though, I think, is a stretch. So I think $18 is a good grab for this card. Might even drop a little bit lower, and then you can grab it for a little bit lower. But definitely get this card while you can. Gallantmon-related buyouts. The EX2 Altarts Digimon is $29. The EX02 Altart Gilmon is $39. EX02 Altarts just making their way in the Gallantmon hype train. Very expensive all of a sudden. Definitely worth selling. And then the lottery card Guilmon from BT7 Release Booster 2.0. It's up to $140 all of a sudden. It was selling for a lot less than that even a week ago. Like $70, $80 a week ago. Now one even sold for $139. So a lot of hype for Gallantmon right now. And people do want to try to max ready Gallantmon for fan favorite reasons or whatever. Definitely, if you have this card, now would be a good time to get rid of it. Especially if you bought it for $80. That's a significant amount of profit that then you can use to reallocate into something else. Bird cards. Just regular art Biyomon and regular art Garudamon Ace from BT15 are up in price. They are experiencing buyouts. $5 plus for Garudamon Ace and shipping $9 plus on the Biyomons. I don't know where this is coming from, but someone literally today, before recording this, we were doing a little bit of testing, and dude brought a bird deck, and I was like, birds? Really? Question mark? And he was like, yeah, birds! Exclamation mark. And I was like, okay. And we played some games, and I was like, huh, birds! ... So I think there's a lot to be said for the birds, and I know that in Japan, the bird deck was popping off there, and is popping off or whatever, so maybe there is something to it. Either way, the bird cards are all on a rise right now, so maybe you want to get rid of them while the hype is high. And then lastly, Jmon GX alternate art has hit $50. That is one listing with 2 copies though, and then it's $69.99. Nice. If you look at the View More data here, you'll notice that 2 copies did sell today for $69.99, and this $50 one came in after the fact. But yeah, Jmon GX, we're getting very close to Jmon being a meta contender again. We're like a month, 5-6 weeks away. Jmon stuff is coming, and you can definitely play GX, the old one, with this Jmon stuff, and it will do things and stuff. You definitely want to include it, especially if playing like Genkumon X. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, that'll do it for today's Market Watch, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Bye!